Book 1, Green Angel by Alice Hoffman. This is how it happened. Left on her own when her family dies in a terrible disaster, 15-year-old Green is haunted by lost and by the past. Struggling to survive physically and emotionally in a place where nothing seems to grow, and ashes lie everywhere. Green retreats into the ruined realm of her garden, but in destroying her feelings, she also begins to destroy herself, erasing the girl she'd once been, as she inks darkness into her skin. It is only through a series of mysterious encounters that Green can relearn the lessons of love and begin to heal enough to tell her story. This is Green, this is Ash. They are the same person. This is Ash after the big tragedy happened, or Green after the big tragedy happens. She shaves her head, she tattoos herself, and, um, she, yeah, it goes bad. I actually skipped a line of this talking about her, like, struggle or whatever, but love this book. I was introduced to it in 4th grade when my friend was reading it, and she says a little bit too morbid for me, so I ended up not reading it, and I found it at Goodwill a while ago, and I know Becky probably doesn't know what that is. I don't know. I got that, and yeah, I really like it. It's really good, especially if you've lost something close to you, but this is like losing everything you know, and what would happen if that happened to you, and it's really tragic, but I love it. I love it. Yeah, so Book 2, Nothing by Jan Teller, I think is how you say that. It's Dutch and it's been translated, and so there are some grammatical errors in it, but still, I'm going to read you the back and then the inside cover. And although to be sworn we'd never become like them, that was exactly what was happening. We weren't even 15 yet. 13, 14, adult, dead. Nothing matters. From the moment you are born, you start to die. The Earth is 4.6 billion years old. You'll live to be a maximum of 100. Life isn't worth the bother. So says Pierre Anthon when he decides that there is no meaning to life, leaves the classroom, climbs a plum tree, and stays there. His friends and classmates cannot get him to come down, not even by pelting him with rocks. So to prove to him that there is a meaning to life, they set out to build a heap of meaning in an abandoned sawmill. But it soon becomes obvious that each person cannot give up what is most meaningful. So they begin to decide for one another what the others must give up. The pile is started with a lifetime collection of Dungeons and Dragons books, a fishing rod, a pair of green sandals, a pet hamster, but then, as each demand becomes more extreme, things start taking a very morbid twist, and the kids become ever more desperate to get Pierre and Thon down. And what if, after all these sacrifices, the pile is not meaningful enough? Um, I really love this book. It's basically like, what would you be willing to give up? And it isn't even for a boy you like. Most of his life, this boy was picked on by his classmates, and they just decided to try and get him down from the tree. So it's like, what would you give up? And you don't even like this kid, and he may not ever come down. You don't know. And what you would force others to give up, and what you would give up, it's really intense. It's very morbid because it starts to get to a very graphic point of what they want to give up. I'm not going to say much, just that one person loses a thumb, and I'm fairly certain it's written. No, it's written in first person, but I thought it was written in third person. But yes, very good. Third book, Eyes Like Stars, Lisa Manchow. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but whatever. All her world's a stage. Beatrice Shakespeare Smith is not an actress, yet she lives in a theater. She is not an orphan, but she has no parents. She knows every part, but she has no lines of her own. Until now. Enter stage right. Nate, dashing pirate, will do anything to protect Birdie, as she is known in the theater. Cobweb, Moth, Mustard Seed, and Peas Blossom, 4 tiny and incredibly annoying fairies. Birdie's sidekicks. Ariel, a seductive air spirit and Birdie's weakness, the symbol of impending doom. Birdie, our heroine. Welcome to the Theatre Illuminata, where the characters of every play ever written can be found behind the curtain. They were born to play their parts, and they are bound to the theatre by the book, an ancient and magical tome of script. Birdie is not one of them, but they are her family, and she is about to lose them all, and the only home she has never ever known. Open curtain. Really, this is more for theater geeks like me. Love this book as well as the other three. I couldn't pick just one, but it has a lot of familiar characters, especially from Shakespeare and stuff. Really good, but like I said, if you're not a theater fanatic, you may not like it as much. Um, yes, that is everything. So there is a bunch of stuff I added in the description because I did not know how fast I would get through this. There are annotations all over this. If there is one right here that says the end, then you have seen all the annotations. If not, wait and rewatch this later because I am trying to get them all up and it's gonna be a crazy mess because part of my video is gonna be an annotation and part's gonna be in this description. So yes, Grace, I will see you tomorrow.